Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back. So I am just shuffling up right now, getting ready to do a daily spread for you guys. If my energy seems low or I look really fucked up, it's because I went out last night and I haven't gone out in a really long time. And I went out and it was fun, but I felt it this morning. So, anyways, just a heads up. But anyways, the downloads that I've been getting coming into this reading are surrounding spiritual warfare. And essentially, Angel Gang, this is what we were made for. Okay, I channeled Angel Gang, and when I originally channeled Angel Gang, it was surrounding an idea that I had. So it was almost like the divine named the idea. And essentially it was because of an association I want to create. And this association, long and short, you'd be able to call into this organization with an issue, and we would be able to designate a person. You might not ever know this person's name or have any connection with them, but they're going to show up and they are going to help you. And essentially, the people who show up and support are essentially offering their product or service pro bono to the association. Anyways, it's a whole thing. But that's how I originally channeled Angel Gang. But now it's coming in differently. It's almost, this is what I mean about the divine had a reason for naming this tribe Angel Gang. And it has to do with spiritual warfare. And essentially, light beings, light workers, earth angels, this is what we're here to do. We're here to fight spiritual warfare, and some of you guys need to accept that, because you look at the darkness that you're exposed to as something that's just going to go away eventually one day, and it doesn't go away. You just respond differently and learn how to navigate and gain power and control over darkness, being a light being. That's what you're meant to do. It's not to get to a point where you just don't experience any at all. That's not the equilibrium of life. That's not the balance. So, like, I'm sure if you ask monks, Buddhas, these people, highly spiritual Rastas, all these ITEL people, they live very high vibrational lives. And if you ask them about the darkness that they experience, they will express to you recent darkness that they're experiencing. And now darkness doesn't have to be evil. Darkness could be things that aren't seen, understood, secrets, lies, illusions. Darkness could be dormant information. Darkness could be sadness. It could be, there's a lot of things we've worked over the past couple of years really working on that dark worker energy. And I believe that dark worker energy is pivotal in our ability to be able to fight spiritually. So the spiritual warfare took place so within, which is what got us to do our inner shadow work, tame the beast within, do the inner healing to ascend the shadow, so that the higher self can bring us to the evolved places that we were always meant to be at, right? So, hi. No, I'm just on a call, so I pulled over to take a call. Thank you. So, anyways, these people act like fucking police officers. These two hoes better watch it. Like, today isn't the day. Like, anyways, like, what the fuck? Where was I now? Like, so the spiritual warfare was so within. This is where we were taming the beast within. This is where we were ascending the lower vibrational self so that the higher vibrational self can take us to the heights, the potential, all of that shit. But it's more than that. It was the shadow. It wasn't the life lessons. It wasn't just about ascending it. It was about how to utilize the shadow in conjunction with the higher self. Now, if we didn't do the shadow work, I could see how this work would be impossible externally, because it looks like the spiritual battle first occurred internally and is now going to be occurring externally. For some of you, it's already occurring, whether internally or externally. Either way, This is about spiritual warfare and how we fight. This energy we are going to be breaking down because we've been talking about energy surrounding it. We're going to head on talk about spiritual warfare. It's part of the reason we are here. It's part of the decisions you've made to be a light worker. No different than demonic energies that made a decision to go down the dark road are always going to be fighting against light energy. And it's not that we're fighting energy. You have to understand we're fighting collective, but we can't fight darkness with darkness. We have to fight darkness with light. That's what we're here to do. And if we didn't have a tame shadow, what would we end up doing? We'd end up doing what we did on our karmic cycle, fighting darkness with darkness, trying to match that, which essentially is devil energy convincing us to manifest it. Darkness. I already told you guys. Demons and angels are in the 4D. Both of them are trying to convince us to manifest their energy right here on earth, and that's the decision we make. Are we going to manifest light energy or are we going to manifest dark? We've manifested both, first of all, so you have to be consciously aware about how you've been able to manifest both. Okay? They're both trying to manifest their energy here. So that's why fighting darkness with darkness not gonna work. You have to look at the spiritual battle as a whole, and it really has nothing to do, it has to do with the choice. So, for example, it's hard to give examples with this. So like I said, we'll break this energy more out, but as for those that are new, it's different here on the Patreon. We work through these energies together. I go through the ringer trying to break down these energies in my brain so that I can communicate them to you guys. True, you don't know. This isn't easy. It's different work. I've done everything for a living. Not everything, that sounds shady, but I've done a lot of things for a living. You know what I mean? From oil changes to call centers to fucking corporate to fucking all of it. Like I've cleaned for a living. Like, you know what I mean? Like I've done a lot. And this job, it's taxing in a different way. It's exhausting in a different way. But at the same time, whatever I push through for you guys is ultimately for myself too. So it's never like I'm not a martyr and I'm just here going through it so that I can offer messages. No, everything that I go through is not just for me. It's for you. So within, so without, right? So it's cool. It's just different. Anyways, the spiritual warfare collective, I feel like we'll break the energies down, but let this message be a warning. It's a warning that you either are or you're going to be experiencing spiritual warfare. So essentially, this is devil energy trying to get you to backtrack on a decision to pursue the light. This could be devil energy trying to convince you to push the light away or not move forward to light and love in some capacity, not to be open to it, not to take action to it, to destroy it, to lie to it, to sabotage it. This could be devil energy trying to get you to question yourself, to doubt yourself. And you know it's not based in any facts or logic because you've already proved to yourself that you're worthy and you can achieve. You've already proved your worth to yourself, so you know for a fact what you're hearing is devil energy because there's no facts. You cannot ground yourself in those facts. You have to fight that energy with love and compassion for yourself. That's how you back that darkness off of you. And you tell yourself, I've already proven I'm worthy. I don't have to do another fucking thing to prove that I'm worthy and worth love and worth my own dedication to self. That is spiritual internal warfare. Now all of a sudden you kind of wipe your tears and you're like, fuck that shit. And you're just like, yeah, man, I'm fucking worthy and I'm going to go fucking enjoy myself. You know what I mean? Like, straight up. Instead, where if we're losing the battle and we're not applying our light, we now sit there and let the devil rip our ass for half an hour, and then what do you think happens after that half an hour? You're in a bad mood, you're feeling bad about yourself, now you're making decisions and you're making plans in that energy. Now the devil energy is like, perfect, let me live. Devil energy wants you to allow it to live, no different than angelic energy needs you to be open, to download, to channel, to take action based on what you hear from the love, instead of devil energy that wants you to take action from what you hear, which is the hate. There's a fine line. There is a fine line between love and hate because there's a fine line between good and evil. It's that curve in the yin and the yang. think I'm fucking playing, yo. You guys think I'm nuts, eh? I don't even have a pen. You're lucky, because we would have gone into fucking PowerPoint presentation mode, okay? Like, so the yin and the yang that we obsessively talk about, there's that thin line. The thin line between love and hate. The thin line between good and evil. There's a thin line in you, collective. The thin line between having the utmost faith in yourself and having none at all. The fine line between your optimism and your fucking pessimism. The fine line between you giving a fuck and then the fine line between you not giving two fucks. If this is making sense. It's pulling, it's making decisions to take action, to pull your energy to one side or the other. This is how the universe gets us to be fully consciously aware of our own powers and abilities here on Earth and beyond, quite frankly. We're pulling our energy. You guys have splits. We have these Ys. We talked about the X and the Y paradigms. We talk about the fork in the road and the path and making decisions. It's now coming in as the yin and the yang energetically. It's spiritual warfare. Just know, collective, you have demons trying to manifest their energy through you right here on Earth, and there are angels that are trying to manifest their energy through you right here on Earth. You have to know that. And they're doing it every day. They're not on a schedule where they take turns. It's both actively doing it. And you guys know that because remember the cartoon about the little angel and the little demon on both sides. That's essentially what that download was. Is somebody expressing that they were consciously aware of the internal spiritual battle within. But when we conquer that battle within, where our darkness serves our light, and our light makes the decisions with darkness in mind. Where before, when it's disjointed, your love and your light can make all the decisions in the world, but if you don't have an understanding of the darkness, you're not going to create the impact that you want to and you were always meant to as a light being. You had to come in union, this union energy. It's also of the light and the dark, and understanding consciously the thin line that separates the two. It's also the true representation of God. Light and darkness. It's the true representation of God. I believe the conflict we feel and the warfare we feel is essentially God, us living out the aspect of what happens in God. That's why all possibilities are possible, because through God's experience, it's so hard to, when I get into the God talks, it's so complicated. Even though I feel like it's being explained to me like a fucking child, it's still complicated in my brain. Trying to like mirror how all these, if we're in God's image, what this experience, what we're going through would mean to God, and how it would get us to better understand prime source being where our energy originally created from, the creator, i.e. God. But God is both the light and the dark, and I already told you God is the full emblem of the yin and the yang. It's the easiest way for anybody to explain to somebody what God is, what life is about, what the universe is trying to do, the ebbs and flows of the universe, the high vibration, the low that exists, the polarities. The yin and yang also describes the polarities. Anyways, it's so much information, collective, and it's so fucking intense. This might be coming off a little bit avant-garde or a little abstract, but try to, because for some of you it's going to trigger the same thinking that these messages are triggering it within me, right? But I'm not clear of what the message is towards me in particular. I just know what I explained, that devil energy is trying to get us to backslide on the decisions that we made. That's why that commitment energy was so important, because I couldn't understand it in the last message. Like the last 20 minutes of the message, I just felt kind of like I couldn't really understand this commitment energy. I'm like, the Page of fucking Pentacles, it keeps coming up. I wasn't understanding this is what it's about. A lot of you collective have already made commitments to the light, and devil energy is attacking you. Do not, I don't care, do not give the power to the human. Acknowledge it's devil energy working through a human being. Because half of the time, through spiritual warfare, people don't know that the devil's using them like a tool. Do you understand? People aren't aware, so there's no point in giving somebody all the power and letting them getting high off of it. Take the power away and being like, this, what this person is doing has nothing to do with them. It has to do with your relationship with devil energy. And the archaic relationship that has occurred through many lifetimes of learning how to actually fight this spiritual war. And win. And win, collective. Many of you are fighting these battles within, and you're going to win. And they're just going to reflect, those wins are just going to be reflected to you externally. Many of you guys, if you're pulling 6 of Wands and Chariot energy, it's victory. You are spiritually becoming massive. So your light vibration, it pulses bigger. It has more impact. It's louder. It's brighter. It's stronger. Every time you fight and you win, your energy vibration gets stronger. Only the strong will survive. This is what it fucking means. Has nothing to do with physical strength. Only the strong will survive. That's true. But it's the spiritually strong. And I don't know what the requirements of how strong we gotta be to survive. So don't ask me. I'm just trying to get it there too. I just want to make it. I just want to make it. Anyways, I'm not gonna get too silly and lose the energy, because it's just funny how my own soul tries to balance out the energies within, right? It got real serious, and then my inner child just pops up and is like, but yeah, the spiritual warfare messages are they're really intense. And there's the fucking Queen of Swords. Straight up. That sort of truth, the commitment to the light, all of it's starting to make sense. It was always in the cards. I was just not consciously aware. This has nothing, this is nothing, this is the bigger picture. It's the bigger picture. And this is how you look when you fucking win. When your light trumps. When your light wins. When your light creates impact. And this is what spiritual warfare is about. Some of you guys, it's really fucked up. Because now that I'm tapping into the collective energy, I can hear how devil energy is trying to attack you. Devil energy is trying to, some of you telling you to kill yourself. For some of you, devil energy is trying to tell you to sabotage everything that you've been working on. I don't know why. I don't know what the fuck it is. It has to do and explain the message I did last that I couldn't understand. It's part of it. Devil energy is trying to get you to fucking sabotage in a really, really bad way, yo. That you would literally just be sitting there. There's no way to explain why you would sabotage in such a way, any other way than it's straight devil energy. Devil energy, that's why our wounding is so important to heal, because it gives devil energy less access in to impact and affect us. And we've been doing fucking healing like hardcore. So this is a spiritual battle that we've been prepared for. This is devil energy doing something as simple as somebody trying to antagonize you. This could be devil energy and getting you to respond poorly, to snap, to cuss somebody out, to get angry, to be all pissed off for the whole fucking day. This is devil energy at all levels, really trying to get you to fucking choose the darkness. Devil energy is feeling the mass awakening. So there's all these conscious beings now that want the light after eons of darkness, and devil energy can feel it getting weak. Devil energy gets weak when less people live out devil energy and choose the light. And then light energy, angelic energy, gets stronger the more we choose the light. So you empower whatever you choose, collective. You empower it over your life. So when you pray and you have faith, it allows the divine to be more powerful in protecting you and help bringing your manifestations in. And then vice versa. Some of you guys are, I hear it, some of you, it's so in the mind. It's all in the mind. It's all in the mind. It's a voice. You have to identify the voice. and have compassion for the voice, because that's how you really fight the battle of the devil within, the demon within. Is essentially you look at it and you pour your love over it, and you understand exactly why it's angry, bitter, and miserable, and you bring it your fucking light and your love, and it's okay. That's why that inner compassion and just giving that inner love and validating yourself. We've done so much of this work, but it makes sense now, tactfully. Why? It's not just for our dreams, it's to win the spiritual battle. I don't know about you guys, but I plan to be an incredibly powerful human being. That's what the fuck I came here to do. I begged God, because I just didn't get it all those other lifetimes. I didn't have enough of my Akashic records unlocked. I didn't have enough of the life lessons. I didn't understand the stakes. Now, I bet you ready. I'm not fucking playing, I'm fucking about it. And I say that, and then I'm in the corner crying about the fucking devil's telling me all these fucking horrible things. I'm waking up in the morning like, So collective, it's easier said than done, right? But at the end of the day, this is what we are here for. And I know I'm coming off a little bit spazzy because I'm tired, but at the same time, this energy is so intense. So it's kind of stimulating. But I am going to go bed early tonight. This old bitch needs to still recover. And it wasn't even that intense. It was such a nice little outside thing or whatever. And I had a drink, which I don't have ever. I don't drink anymore, especially not hard liquor. And I had some of my old favorite. My inner shadow loved some Hennessy, so I had a little bit of that. It was really fun though, and I danced, and the DJ was fire. It was really fun, but I woke up feeling powerless. Like I was exhausted, but determined to get things done. Anyways, let's pray, collective. We've slugged the devil's name a lot in this reading, so I think we need to pray. Okay? Father God, Holy Spirit, ancestors, and guardian angels, thank you for rising me up out of my bed this morning, and thank you for connecting me with the collective every day. Right now, please allow me to communicate clearly with the collective all the messages that are in our greatest good, surrounding our material abundance, sustenance, the relationships closest to them, their personal ascension and development, and any other messages that you deem worthy at this time. Thank you, Father God, Holy Spirit, ancestors, guardian angels, for everything you do for me and the collective on a regular. All the healing energy, support, the love, the guidance, and the protection. We are nothing without it, and we are nothing without you. So glory be to the Most High, forever and ever. Amen. For some of you, this spiritual warfare has to do with people who send you bad energy or do witchcraft and obeah and all that shit on you. Some of you guys are really into that black magic shit, and you still give people power over you. It doesn't matter what fucking people do. If somebody is doing black magic to you, the only way it can affect you is if you are an energetic vibrational match, which simply believing in it makes you an energetic vibrational match. So I'd be mindful about that. Like I said, if black magic, if I believed in it and gave it the power that these people beg that I give to them, I would be done. I'd probably be dead, but at the very least, not in a good place in life. But I don't give that power over me. So, but for some of you, you still do. For some of you, you fighting that spiritual warfare is just simply saying, like, these people don't have power over me. And I say that because every time something bad happens in your life, you think of somebody who could be potentially black magicking you, and then you go to them in the ethers and you're like, they hurt me. They're black magicking me. That's you relinquishing power to them that they can affect you. And whatever was working through them essentially has, whether it's probably devil energy. Now I feel like I'm confusing you. I don't know if I said that right. It didn't feel like it came out right. But either way, for some of you, it's reclaiming your power over somebody you think can affect you in some way or another. It's you not acknowledging your own spiritual power and validating somebody else's spiritual power and them being more powerful than you, if that makes sense. Like, you're going in the ethers and being like, yeah, whatever they would will to do would work because I see them as being more spiritually powerful than you. For some of you, it's because somebody's into, like, the witchcraft and the crystals and the tarot and all of that shit, and you actually think that that means that they are more spiritually powerful than you are because they live that external persona. Meanwhile, you're the powerful being and you don't even own a fucking crystal. You should, though. Crystals are dope, but you can have all the crystals in the world. If you are not ascending, purging, and doing everything this fucking collective has been talking about for 3 years, your crystals not gonna work. Okay? I'm fucking on one today. I'm fucking on one. Oh, I felt it. I felt like fucking Rocky Balboa with devil energy today. I'm like, don't fucking play with, like, I even almost cussed the dog shit out of these people who were they were about to try to tell me to leave. Like, that I can't park here. So, I was about to fucking snap, like, I had to make a choice, let my light live, you know, even the little things. Anyways, let's pull some cards now. I think you guys get the point. We're 25 minutes in. I think you guys get the point. Even if you're not resonating with it, this is what fights devil energy. So if you are feeling like somebody's doing witchcraft to you, in your meditation, approach them and give them what you know they need, because you know their magic is rooted in anger and resentment, which is just the fucking symptom of pain. Find their pain like the fucking high priestess you are. You have to understand, collective, whether male or female, when you shine your light, darkness runs. I already told you, take a little tea light, turn off all the lights in your house, and watch how fucking quick darkness walks away from you. It doesn't matter where you go, darkness moves away from you. It's an easy way to see of how that works. But this, your love, your compassion. So when you go in the ethers and you see these fucking hoes and these people, some of you, it's your fucking family members. It's so disgusting to me. But anyways, you see them in the fucking ethers, okay? Sending you bad energy. Pray to God for mercy on their soul genuinely, because you understand how this thing called life works. And you understand these people are already suffering, and that their dealings are only going to bring on more suffering. When God shows you something like that, how do you respond? You respond with love and compassion and be like, that's fucked up, yo. I wish them the best genuinely. I hope for healing for them. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. It's that kind of energy where you have compassion even for your worst enemy, that you wish bad on them. And the way I was communicating this before was demonic even, because then it's like a seesaw and they'll slap their ass. It's still my devil energy wanting something bad to happen to them, because I've manipulated the scales and I send good energy. It's a crock of shit. It's something you actually feel. You'll feel nervous when you go in the ethers and you see, if God were to really tell you what the karma is for that shit, your inner angel will beg mercy for them, because your inner angel cares about human beings and wants to relieve humanity of the pain and the demonic oppression we've been living with for fucking far too long. It's different when you really let your heart live. You really will forgive anyone of anything. There's nothing your higher self will not forgive, because your higher self is smart and knows how it works and has the heart capacity to be able to forgive and give love and compassion, even to those who wish you the opposite. But it would make sense why you attracted them, right? Because of the polarity. This shit is very complicated. We are definitely breaking out this energy. I'm gonna watch this video again, because this is the shit I live for. I love downloads like this, because it's important fucking collective information about why we're here and what we're doing and why we're going through what we're going through, and what this ascension journey really yields and means for us as a soul group, soul family, soul tie. But the spiritual warfare ain't no fucking game, yo. Look at this death. Look at the collective going up in spiritual warfare. Look at why. Now you see why you needed your sword of fucking truth. How the fuck do you go into war without your most valued weapon? The courage collective, angel gang. The moon, happiness, the universe. feels like something's coming to the collective that the divine has been preparing you for a while, and there's union energy again. That wasn't what I was thinking, but this is the card that came up. And then the 7, that's to my own illusions that got me not to download that properly. And then the 8 of Pentacles. This is confused about whether or not you want to work on something. And that's part of the confusion is devil energy, which is part of the spiritual warfare. Okay? What's this? Can you give me an example of what the collective is trying to... confused about working on? The Son of Fire, the 3 of Swords, the Mother of Earth, and the 5 of... Oh, this is about not allowing healing, not bringing in healing, continuing conflict. This could be devil energy. This could be spiritual warfare in the form of devil energy trying to get you to perpetuate conflict by pretending that there isn't, pretending you don't care, rejecting opportunities to heal, because devil energy knows that that is a vibration. You have toxicity between somebody, resentment and anger towards somebody. It's a vibration. That's a currency devil energy uses. Again, it allows devil energy to manifest right here. Some of you guys are going to send a part, at least a piece of devil energy back to where it bumba clock came from, because you are going to be open to healing. You are going to resolve conflict. You're not going to be with the bullshit. And the last reading I did, the wheel was in reverse and I wasn't getting it. Now it's upright and I understand. It has to do with the spiritual warfare, you seeing the best case scenario, you seeing the best in people. But you can only do that with an understanding of the darkness, or else you're just ignorant to light. If you only see the good in people, you're going to get caught a fool. You're going to get caught slipping by devil energy. But when you function from this place of light and you go through these lenses, but you also are aware of the opposite side, dark energy, that's a conscious decision you made to function in the light. That I don't know if I said right either. We're 30 minutes in. Okay, anyways, though I know you guys understand. Like, I know I don't have to put pressure on myself to say it a certain way. Like, it's just, we're gonna work through this energy here. You guys are not going to let devil energy, you're going to send devil energy back in a way. You're going to learn a very valuable tool. You're going to understand why you are spiritual royalty. Spiritual royalty is experienced in winning these battles. That's why your bloodline has pure fucking experience dealing with darkness, because it's an archaic battle that you have agreed to. You guys are warriors. You guys are light workers. Like I told you, angels, I mean, some of them do. Some of them do. They all look different, but many angels I saw, I was shocked at how they came to me, and they had scars, and their wings they weren't just bright white. Like they looked like they were fighting, like they were working, like they were, you know what I mean? Active. But try to identify the spiritual warfare that you're experiencing. Some of you guys will be able to understand it and become consciously aware in an isolated situation. Some of you guys will have a more expansive conscious awareness of this energy and understand how this warfare energy has played out through your whole life, how it's currently playing out through your whole life, how it always has, how it's played out through your family. Some of you guys, if you reflect on your family, you'll see how the spiritual warfare played out even in the dynamics of your family. How certain family members were fighting for the light and others were fighting for the dark. I'll be really honest with you, neither are wrong. They both need to exist. It's just, where do you want to be, collective? And really, people don't understand, well, of course it's wrong. It's not. Not if we believe in polarity. And you guys know where I come from. The yin and the yang is like how people look at this cross. I should get myself something that really reflects that. I'm not a tattoo girl, but you know, that's my idol, I guess you can say, even though I don't believe in those. But anyway, I'm exhausted. I feel like Like this whole message has been spiritual warfare. The light and the dark, the spiritual warfare, the knowledge that's acquired through this warfare, the push, the pull, the decisions we make to go closer to the light, the decisions we make and the effects, the consequences for the decisions that we make that bring us closer to the darkness. It's being aware. The Son of Earth, and having respect for the learning process. Knowledge, swiftness, power, determination, don't give up. It's a lot of fire energy. That could be, and then it translates to Malkut. That's interesting. Because you've got air energy, which is thoughts, and you have pure fire energy, and then you have earth energy, which is Malkut. It's here. It's 3D. So this is something working through the tree of life. This is an energy that has been working through your soul, that as it's worked through your soul has taught you all these lessons, and then when it gets birthed into Malkut, it's going to manifest. So it's like something's manifesting that's a culmination of all the lessons that you've learned. Think of having a kid, right? And how you reflect, because that's kind of like an easy example, right? Where you reflect on your life. You reflect on your life where it is now, your future, your past. There's this everything kind of hit a point. Maybe that's not the best example. It is, but I'm just not explaining it right. Either way though, there's something coming into collective that's going to get you consciously aware of why you had to learn and go through certain things. You're going to go, oh, I see how the divine prepared me for this. I understand why this path required all of these things from me before I could get to this point. This point is a point of gain. It's a point in the path, something you've seen and tried to manifest. It could very much have to be with the 10 of Cups. Okay, and then we're gonna death. Yeah, we're to the conflict, transforming conflict. Something has to do with conflict here. Devil energy could try to really get you to retaliate against conflict. Even something is respond to conflict, engage it somehow, perpetuate it, ignore that there is conflict, so you ignore an opportunity to heal it. Devil energy is trying to get something to stay dead, while divine energy is trying to make this death cord mean transformation. Devil energy wants this to be actual death. Or it could be the other way around. Devil energy is giving you the illusion you can try to transform something you can't, i.e., you try to change somebody when you can't. It'll be better when they just do this and when they change and da-da-da-da-da-da. That would be devil energy, where divine energy could be telling you something needs to dead. It's ran its course. We're sending the angel of death. Like, you're going to feel that energy looming around you of the inevitable end. Because that's what the angel of death is. Angel of death is the energy of an inevitable end. It could play out both ways. I'm gonna leave before these hoes come back because I can't interact with these hoes. Like, they're acting like police officers in their little, like, city, municipality little car. It's like, don't fucking... I pay more taxes than both of you hoes. Don't tell me about where I'm fucking parked, and there's no signs here. None. Which is why they had to fuck off. You see me? Devil energy is really trying to get me all worked up over the parking at this fucking place. Like, I think I need to eat and go bed. Bravery. Taking action. It's devil energy that's trying to get somebody to perpetuate in conflict, devil energy is trying to convince somebody they're not strong enough to stand up to somebody. This could be devil energy trying to convince somebody that they're not strong enough to communicate their feelings and express themselves. This devil energy, this spiritual warfare energy is playing out many, many fucking ways. But I'm telling you right now, the way to win it is with your light. If you try to, in spiritual warfare, win with fucking darkness, you are not in spiritual warfare anymore. You are just living out devil energy. You're allowing darkness to manifest through you. The only way to fight in spiritual warfare is through love. And that's if you're a light being. Because obviously it would be a completely different dialogue if you were a dark being. That would mean when somebody tries to love you, abuse them. When somebody tries to love you, when somebody gives you their loyalty and trust, betray them. Sorry?
Do you mind just finding a real parking spot? This isn't a space.
Oh, there's no sign. It says I can't park up there.
Yeah, but this isn't a parking spot. It's a roadway.
Well, I'm not parked. My car's still on. I was just on a call.
But are you in park? I'm just asking if you can move to a spot because it's traffic this way. That's
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
They sent a bigger truck with a bigger bitch. It's like, and a dude. It's like, I can't. Back in the day, I would get into altercations over shit like that. Like, and be like, bitch, don't fucking tell me what the fuck I can do. Are you the police? Like, that was... So I've done my own fighting as spiritual warfare. I mean, I could have told the bitch to have a good day. I need to stop. Like, I need to go and ground my own self, okay? This was a lot. I'm going to wrap up the reading now, okay? I love you guys. I love you guys. And until the next time I see you, keep fighting the great fight and keep letting your inner angels live. Mwah. Ciao.